Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 30 seconds. Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 15 seconds.
Control transferring to pilot.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to GameSpot's Titanfall live stream, starring pro gamers and super awesome YouTube folks, and me, Chris Waters. I'm your host. Welcome to the show. So glad you could join us. We're going to be giving away copies of Titanfall for the Xbox One. Look, believe me, I have one here, and it even looks extra weird because of the green screen.
Oh, magic.
That's cool.
I like it.
The way you can win those, follow GameSpot on Twitter and tweet us questions at hashtag GS Titanfall. Now, without further ado, I've got two couches either side of me. On one couch, two gentlemen who make their living playing shooters. On the other couch, two ladies who have 30 minutes of collective experience with Titanfall between them. We'll start with the ladies. Why don't you introduce yourself to our adoring audience out there for their edification purposes?
Go ahead,
Gorgeous. Well, thank you. My name is Lisa Foyles, and you can find me as the host of Top 5 with Lisa Foyles on The Escapist. I do a lot of segments with my very famous cat named Kevin, so, look for him.
Awesome.
I haven't got to play Titanfall yet, but it looks amazing. Those graphics. And my Twitter is at Lisa Foyles. Go ahead.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm Trisha Hershberger. You can find me on Twitter at ThatGirlTrish, no I in the girl, and I bring the news to you via SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd, and I have a personal vlog channel as well that you can find on the YouTubes. And our collective 30 minutes was me going through the tutorial earlier today. I've been South Park Stick of Truthin' it up, so I didn't get to jump into the beta.
Basically, she went through the tutorial and then told me about it, so that's my experience. I'm like, wall running, that sounds cool.
I tutored Lisa after my tutorial.
My teacher.
The tutor had become the tutor.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Let's
the
go with
thing.
that.
That is absolutely it.
So when Chris was talking about the professional gamers here, he did not mean Lisa and I.
No.
No, I meant these two guys right over here. Say hi to the folks and tell them who you are.
Where are we at here? Right here?
Yeah.
My name is Brett, also known as Naded. I've been a professional gamer for 9 years, been to over 50 plus Major League Gaming events, and I also stream all the time on twitch.tv/Naded, so please check out my stream.
And I'm Tyler TP Polchow. I play for Team Complexity. I have the most LAN pro tournament wins in Call of Duty thus far. Been pretty much one of the most successful players in Call of Duty. You can catch out my streams to get better at Call of Duty at twitch.tv/TP and youtube.com/TPCOD.
All right, so we've got 4 folks here eager to play Titanfall. However, there's a problem. Xbox Live not accepting sign-ins right now. If you look at the website for Xbox Live status, it says the core services are limited. Major Nelson, Xbox Live's sort of community ambassador guy, has tweeted out about these problems that are currently affecting us. We can't currently log in to Xbox Live on any of these 4 boxes. We have also tried logging in via Origin and also hit login troubles there. We're gonna go to the PC one to bring it back, but so we're not gonna be playing it live just yet. We're gonna be continuing to try to log in. We're gonna run some gameplay footage of Titanfall so you can see it, and we're gonna take all your questions and give away copies of Titanfall. Again, just tweet your questions to hashtag GS Titanfall and enter to win one of 10 Xbox One copies we're giving away today.
Nice.
All right, so let's start with, the questions are a little specific, so let's start generally speaking. Tyler, with you. We had you guys on for the Titanfall beta live stream. We talked a lot about the 2 maps there. That was a very limited kind of array of weapons and stuff that we had. How are you feeling the experience from the beta has blossomed or expanded now that you've got your hands on the full game?
Basically, when I played the full game for about 2 hours or so, my mind was a little bit blown with all of the different maps, all of the different things you can do with the Titans, the different Titan loadouts, the faster Titans, the slower Titans. Just a lot of things to really put your hands on, and I'm loving it so far. The maps seem to be well made. The multi-level is what I've been really impressed with this so far. You can really get to the higher and lower parts of the map really quickly with the wall jumps, and if you know how to maneuver around, it really creates a dynamic playing experience. Every time you play a map, you're going to find a different way to get to a certain spot, on top of a building, in the middle of a building, below the building. It's really wild, and I'm just loving it.
And that differing elevation, not just applying to pilots, but also Titans. The two maps in the beta, Titans were pretty much on the same level. There wasn't a lot of elevation difference, but with some of the maps in the full game, you can really have like Titan battles where one is like shooting down from on top. You know who's going to win that fight for sure. Brett, what do you say?
Definitely a lot of things different from the beta. You know, of course, one of my favorite things is running on the walls, jumping around, and I also noticed that there was this one map that had zip lines. There's like 5 or 6 zip lines. You can just fly across the map and shoot people while you're ziplining. So I thought that was really awesome. And all the new weapons, the new Titan weapons. I'm loving the triple threat. The Titan shoots 3 grenades out. That just destroys everybody.
They're powerful, but they kind of look a little goofy. I feel like those grenades, they look like almost like big beach balls. They kind of like, they roll around.
That's why I love using them, because you can just shoot them. You have unlimited ammo, just shoot them anywhere into windows, just get random kills. And as far as like the normal weapons, I'm loving the car submachine gun. That is my favorite weapon, because I'm loving the automatic fire with the mid-range accuracy. So
the car is the second SMG you unlock. It's a little bit longer, a little bit better at distance.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's definitely my go-to weapon right now for sure. So.
Cool. Well, hopefully we'll get to see you using that shortly. Trisha, let's swing back the other way. So Titanfall is obviously a game you'd heard about it before you came here to play it?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I saw the demo at E3 and it looked awesome. I'm a big fan of giant machines destroying things. I really like Pacific Rim. So when you saw the original preview at E3 and you just see the guy like climb up and rip a dude out of the mech, like that's awesome. Shooters aren't usually my go-to, but I'm like, that's cool enough to make me go there.
All right, so you went there earlier.
I did. I went there earlier.
How did it go? Because shooters aren't your thing, but you probably have a basic idea of like how to play them. You've played them before, but when you're playing the tutorial, you get introduced for the first time to that wall running mechanic that's so crucial. How did you like running along a wall?
I mean, the parkour in this game is pretty intense. I like it because it's different than any shooter that I've played before, and that it's fairly easy also to move. You don't need to like hold down 6 buttons and do this weird combo to do anything cool. Like I'm running at the wall and I jump and I'm running on a wall.
That's exactly how you feel, right? It's like gleeful. You're like, check me out. Oh, this is so great.
Exactly. Like I'm playing it, and I was playing it in a room where I had to be quiet because there's other things going on.
Yeah. You were playing it while we were shooting the lobby earlier.
Yes, and I'm literally playing going, and then like having to shut myself up because something really intense and awesome would happen. Like dropping Titans on people.
It's so
and yeah, I mean just learning the different things you can do, and the mechanics of the game are fairly simple, so you can just pick it up and within 20 to 30 minutes figure out what you're supposed to do. I did like that the tutorial made it super easy in the combat tutorial.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be good at this. And then I got in there with real people, and that was a different story.
That's always
It's always different.
That's okay. False confidence is good going in.
It's better than no confidence.
Yeah.
Lisa, are you jealous yet?
No,
You haven't gotten to play it yet? Are you like, I wish I could?
You know, I mean, I am jealous. It's games like Titanfall and like we saw with Plants vs. Zombies, video games are supposed to be fun and they're supposed to be, silly and crazy, and, we get the serious games, but I think that we need games like this, with just giant robots. I feel like video games go together with giant robots like Gary Busey and Meatball Subs. That's a point break.
I think I need to get on YouTube and do some search.
Point break.
Oh, is that in point?
Yes.
My point break knowledge is not on point, I gotta say.
I mean, we've had the Transformer games, Metal Gear, the Xenogears. I'm just hoping this is as cool as Steel Battalion. That's just what I'm hoping for. I want like a 40-button controller.
As cool as Steel Battalion. Did you ever try playing Steel Battalion with the Kinect?
I had the eject button. That's all I cared about.
God, so agonizing.
No, it was terrible. No, I'm really excited to play it. I am.
All right, well, we have a lot of people excited to play about it and learn about it. Obviously, we've got a cascade of Twitter questions coming in. Thank you, folks, for sending those in. Let's get into some of these. Is the balance between Titans and shooters fair, wonders WWE champ 1021. What do you guys, what's your feeling on the balance between a pilot on foot and a big-ass Titan?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you're going on foot against a Titan, you're not going to win because, I mean, the Titans are just way more powerful. But I feel like it is balanced, though, because of the Rodeo being able to easily just hop right onto the Titan and be able to destroy it. So, I mean, I don't really feel like there's an imbalance at all. I mean,
and then a couple of the new anti-Titan weapons that you can have as a pilot. I believe it's a charge rifle, beam rifle, something like that. And you charge it up, and it does pretty considerable damage compared to like the Sidewinder that we saw in the beta. So, obviously, you're going to lose in a 1v1 fight against a Titan. You got to play a little bit more sneaky if you're just a pilot, little guy running around against a giant thing. So, I mean, you got to get your grunt kills, speed up that timer for you so you can get a Titan, but it really causes a unique style of gameplay where sometimes if the entire other team has Titans, you can't just be out in the open, right?
You got to be in the windows, you got to be hopping
jumping
on
walls, top of buildings, places that Titans can't get to.
There's a lot of ways you can counter Titans, so.
Yeah, and even something as simple as an arc grenade, the grenades that are like shock grenades, those are really disorienting when you're in the Titan. It's just kind of like you have no idea what's happening, and you can't see someone approaching on foot. Of course, if you do approach on foot to a Titan, one of my favorite moments is when you're in Titan and you punch a pilot and they just explode in like red giblets everywhere. It's like a little meat pinata.
Definitely. I also love doing the Titan charge into like a group of grunts or something right when they spawn. It's like bowling, except you're gonna get a strike every time, right?
Crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah.
I love that charge up rocket launcher when you're a pilot and you're going against some Titans. I was so proud of myself because I had a couple Titan kills that way.
Oh yeah?
Just hanging out with like the higher ground advantage with my, lock it on, charge it up, and as long as you can keep it on the Titan for long enough to shoot it off, it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, that
you
rocket
hit him twice with that,
Yep.
Titan out.
It's definitely deadly. And you know what is also like, but if you're a Titan, then you can also put up that shield. Did you use the vortex shield? It's like basically catches all incoming projectiles.
Left bumper,
I feel like there's something like, if like you see it right here on screen, you can catch a barrage of missiles, throw it back, but I feel like there's something special about catching that one missile that a pilot threw at you and throwing it back, because it's like, I see you, little man. I see you, little man over there. I got it. All right.
I have a question for you
One
guys.
sec, time out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Bearden_Terry, our first winner of Titanfall for the Xbox One.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, thank you. We're giving 10 of these away today. Now we got 9 to go. If you tweet at GameSpot using the hashtag GSTitanfall, you'll be entered to win. Even better if you throw a question in here for our panelists, both our experienced Titanfall players and our Titanfall novices who are really excited about the game. But Lisa, you had a question.
I wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, obviously you've made your living playing Call of Duty and Halo, and you're very used to those games. How does that compare to this game? So many shooters come out, and it's, they're all kind of different, but what about this one specifically?
It just really feels fresh. We've been playing our respective games for so many years, and to play something like this that's sort of, I would call it like a hybrid of those type of games. The speed is different, the movement's different, it feels a lot more fluid. It really, for me playing Call of Duty, I need a different level of play to play it. In Call of Duty, you can't be jumping on top of buildings and walls, and the type of stuff you can do in this game, it really, you can do so much more with it, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to seeing like what type of updates they come out with. If they do try to maybe incorporate some competitive features into the game so people can run tournaments. Because I mean, as far as right now, there's no custom game options yet, no ranked matches. So there's still updates to come, of course. So we'll see what happens.
All right, and we're seeing them duke it out here on the Angel. Oh, that's not. This is Fracture, which is one of the maps in the beta. But we have some questions from TD Gomar on Twitter wondering about the other maps. So we sort of touched on those earlier. The other maps in the game. There were 2 in the beta. There's 15 in the whole game. Just to talk about one of the highlight maps that sort of stands out to you. You mentioned ziplining earlier.
Yeah, that zipline map definitely stood out for me.
And there's ziplines on a bunch of different maps, actually. Like they weren't in the beta, but they are in a lot of different maps, and they sometimes help in areas that are kind of wider open that would be more the domain of the Titans, and traversing them as a pilot would be super dangerous, but you can kind of zip around. It also helps on like capture the flag. You can kind of do an end around more quickly than you might otherwise with certain zipline paths. But Tyler, what do you think? What's a map sort of feature that you've liked now that you've gotten your hands on the whole?
For me, it's got to be training ground. They got the 4 turrets placed on the map. So on a game type like attrition, it's kind of like a team deathmatch. It puts a different level of objective in it, where you can go and hack the turrets, you can hack enemy turrets, and then basically make them your own. And you're just going to mow down people with those turrets. So I really like that it's a small map, and basically the balance between the turrets can take down Titans a lot more quickly. There's a lot going on, and maybe for a newer player it might be a little bit hard to take in, but I mean, if you're a lover of shooters, you're gonna absolutely love the game. The amount of different things that are going on, zip lines, turrets, you can hack, enemies, robots to grab them onto your team. Just a bunch of stuff going on, but for me, Training Ground was a lot of fun.
That's a good one. Yeah, and that's one of those ones that does have like definitely Titan areas you don't want to be caught out in as a pilot. Well, Trisha, you played a match or two. Like when you get right into it, there is kind of a lot going on. I mean, it's only 12 players total, but any of those players could be a pilot or in a Titan, and then there's all the grunts and all that stuff going on. Like, how was it for you as an initial experience? Sort of getting into it?
Well, it took me the first match really to figure out the map, to figure out the big dots on the map are the other pilots, as opposed to the grunts, which were the little dots, and then figuring out where the opposing team Titans are, etc. But once I had that figured out, then it was pretty easy for me to branch into the other things, because the tutorial was so well done and so broken apart that I was like, I want to stick my knife in that and hack it, because that's how you hack, which is awesome in this game.
Yeah, you got it's a knife. You just stab a robot.
You brought a knife to a Titan fight?
You just stab a machine, and that's how you hack it, and it's amazing. But yeah, I mean, kind of every match I played, I figured out, oh yeah, that's how you do that. Or, okay, this time I'm really going to focus on using that vortex shield to take in the range attacks as a Titan. And I was worried, because I know the more people you kill, the faster your Titan comes. I thought, I'm not great at shooters. This is going to be one of those cases where the people that are great get their Titans faster, and I'm never even going to get a chance to get a Titan. Not the case. Because of the grunts that are there and how easy they are to kill, I found every match I was in, I at least got one Titan, if not more. So I feel like it's good for people that are just starting too, and you can still really have fun playing this game.
I think incorporating the grunts is brilliant, because playing online can be really intimidating,
really
especially
brutal
for beginners. So
you got these jerks out here doing it for a living.
I know.
Sorry.
No, but I mean, you can just kind of run around and pick off the grunts for a while, and it's a cool alternative to just going up against some random stranger on the internet and probably dying.
Yeah.
In my case.
And you can start off with that smart pistol that auto aims and locks on for you if you just want to go pick off a couple grunts in the beginning.
I love it.
That thing is like industrial farm equipment. You're like running the combine on the grunts, because it's just, you can take out 4 with one shot.
With one shot,
one
although
pull of
it's
the trigger.
insta-death if you're up against a pilot that has a bigger gun than you, knows what they're doing.
Yeah, it can be. Once you get face to face with a pilot with the smart pistol, you're
done.
You got to get real strategic with it, or else you are in trouble. All right, we got some more questions coming in from Twitter, and before I ask these, I just want to clarify to you folks. What you're seeing now is recorded Titanfall action. We would love to be playing right now, but we haven't managed to log in to Xbox Live. That is because Xbox Live is currently having a problem with signing in. If you don't believe me, Google Xbox Live status and look at support.xbox.com. It says it right there. They're shutting us out, so we can't get into a match right now. We're working on some solutions, maybe. I don't know. These guys are doing some stuff behind the scenes, so hopefully we'll have some live gameplay for you shortly. In the meantime, we're going to keep giving away copies of Titanfall for the Xbox One, and we're going to ask some questions. So, Petharine on Twitter wonders, what is your favorite weapon so far? Anybody have any answers? You said before you like that car
I said,
SMG.
the car SMG.
Yeah.
It's just, I love being able to battle close range, but also mid range as well. I mean, that's just the perfect gun for it. So.
That is pretty nice.
I mean, one of the Titan, my favorite new Titan things is, what was it called? The particle wall? Or the
particle
wall is really cool.
It's an ability. What does it do?
I'm not even. I know it blocks.
Yeah, it just throws
enemies.
up a wall, basically. Yeah.
It just makes a wall and it blocks. I believe you can shoot through it though, and they can't shoot back.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it's pretty OP.
And now we're actually seeing the Smart Pistol in action. We've gotten
okay.
a connection to a PC match,
Yep.
and we've got Tyler TP playing a match here of hardpoint domination right from the beginning. So we're gonna watch this one go for a while and watch this pilot. One down, there's another one. He goes for the parkour. Oh. And see, like, that's the kind of evasive action that I love about Titanfall, is that bouncing around. You know, it's not as simple as ducking around a corner. It's leap to this wall, bounce off that wall, and you almost had to jump back in to get into the doorway. But we're gonna watch you play, let you focus on that, and go to some more questions from Twitter and the chat on twitch.tv/GameSpot. If folks want to watch there and get into some conversations with your fellow Titanfall fans, be our guest. Alrighty. Are the giant dinosaurish animals hostile, or are they just for show? Did you happen to play a match that had the dinosaurs in it?
Wait, dinosaurs? Giant robots and giant dinosaurs?
Yeah, were they dragons or dinosaurs or?
Yeah,
I don't know, but
there are two maps that feature these like dinosaur-esque creatures. The one, Brett, you played, it's kind of a dusty desert landscape with all these like, they basically look like dragons or pterodactyls.
Kaijus
Yeah.
from Pacific Rim.
What? They're not that big.
They could be.
They're a little smaller. And they're not actually a threat to you. They like fly away, and you can totally blast them with a Titan and kill them, but they are window dressing. They're not gonna like attack you. Although I did hear a rumor that maybe they like swoop down and like grab a grunt and
they
fly
do.
off.
Yeah, they do that.
Oh, really?
They do. I saw
Was it you who said that earlier, like in the stream?
I didn't say that, but I've seen a video of it, and I just saw it happen when I could actually play a couple hours ago.
All
so.
right.
I saw something getting picked up.
So
I think it was a
they'll
grunt.
grab grunts. I'm pretty sure you are safe as a pilot.
Yeah.
The other kind of dinosaur, because there's more than one, is like on one of the matches there are these towering like brachiosaur-looking things that kind of walk around the edge of the map, but they're like way outside your field of view.
They're just for scene.
Yeah, you can't shoot them basically. They're just for atmosphere, and it's pretty cool atmosphere. Like you can see stuff sort of looming in the sidelines there, and or on the periphery of the map, and it sort of like adds a lot of sort of flavor to these maps. All this stuff in the distance, even though you know it's literally just window dressing. Walker Taunton asking over Twitter, do the 3 Titan types have different timers for calling in? No, is the answer. Do that. All right, now Lisa, you haven't played, but have you watched much Titanfall? You're watching it now.
Yes.
Talk to me about like what your impressions as we watch Tyler take some pot shots with his lock-on rocket. Oh, and before you answer, Mr. Raindom, our second winner over Twitter, going to get a copy of the Xbox One version of Titanfall.
All right.
Congratulations.
Woo! To answer your question, I've never really liked games that were too realistic. That's why I had a hard time playing Call of Duty, because it just seemed too real. And I like games like Halo and Gears of War a little bit more, because they kind of have that fantasy element. And I feel like this game is kind of really nicely tying together
Nice kick.
like realism and also fantasy. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it controls in a way that could actually be you. Like this could actually really be happening, but yet it has these kind of fantasy elements like the Titans and and dinosaurs apparently.
Yeah,
It's
like space dinosaurs.
The land before time happening here. But I like that kind of dance that it does between the two genres like that.
It does indeed. And just a reminder, folks, we are giving away copies of the Xbox One version of Titanfall, and you can win those by tweeting #GSTitanfall to @GameSpot. It's right there on the screen. Remember, you got to be following GameSpot for us to DM you and get your information. If you win, I can't tell you how many poor, sad Twitter questioners have gone unrewarded for their participation because they weren't following me. Couldn't DM them. That's just the way it works. I'm sorry. Enter to win.
Now,
Great.
pardon my ignorance, but I mean, I know this game is multiplayer only, and that's kind of its charm because, I think they say a lot of these games come out with a campaign and people just play the multiplayer, and that's kind of the coolest part about it. are there plans of, do you think someday they'll add some kind of campaign, or are they kind of doing it reverse, like do multiplayer and then surprise people with the campaign? Like, I mean, I don't know. It just seems like such a cool world that they've created. I'd love to see more in terms of
It does seem like a cool world, right?
I know, like I want more.
I totally agree with you. They do have something called campaign multiplayer,
Okay.
which is basically it's a series of 9 scenarios. They're all specific multiplayer matches on specific maps, but before them, and actually we're playing campaign multiplayer right now because you see this guy in the top window.
Gotcha.
That dude is like he's talking about what's happening in the plot of the campaign. They're yabbering at each other about this guy's trying to shut this thing down. He's going crazy. I gotta stop him. Oh, we gotta get him. No problem.
Did you do the voiceover first?
Yeah. I do a lot of VO for games in my living room. It's like the story is pretty boilerplate.
Stomp them. Stomp them.
The story's pretty boilerplate, but it's like it's sort of like VO during it, little like drop in, set the scene kind of dramatic
Kind of a
thing.
story happening whilst you're.
Yeah, so I mean, that's like their tip of the hat to the campaign story thing, but it's not the reason you play the game, and it's you know.
No, I
It's
agree.
basically like any other multiplayer match, and it doesn't, you know, whether this team wins or loses, and it looks like it's going to be a loss for the militia. The campaign is still going to proceed apace. It's still going to go on to the next scenario. But, you know, when talking about DLC potential, which Respawn Entertainment, the developers have said, yes, there's going to be DLC. There's going to be free DLC and paid DLC. You know, there's going to be a season pass, all that stuff. They haven't said what.
Right.
You know, with its multiplayer shooter, you think maps, but maybe like a little story vignette. That would be kind of cool.
I think it would be kind of cool to go in the reverse order and release the multiplayer first and hook people, and then story, gotcha.
All right, let's go to some questions from Twitter. Here we go. We've got Max Naughty on Twitter wondering, what is the best map to try first? Well, you can't really choose a map specifically. You can either choose campaign multiplayer or one of the multiplayer modes from the classic multiplayer lobby. I would say start with campaign multiplayer because it's just the same multiplayer action as the other stuff. You get a little bit of story. You can see if you like it or not. And at the end, once you complete the campaigns, you unlock the extra Titan chassis for your use in custom loadouts. So you can use the Ogre, which is the super heavy one, or the Strider, which is the light one, because of the default loadouts right from the get-go. But if you want to customize your own thing, you got to beat the campaign from both sides.
And Atlas is the one you start with, right?
Indeed, that's the sort of mid-range one. Now, Brett, having played a lot of the beta, spending time predominantly with the Atlas Titan chassis, now getting to use the Ogre, the Strider a bit more in the full game. How are you liking that kind of diversity of Titan?
I like it, yeah. I think I was using the Strider, that's the quick one, right?
Yeah, it's got a couple different, you can dash a lot more, but it's also like kind of weak armor-wise.
Yeah, and I love being able to move quickly, so I think I was using the Strider a lot. I mean,
what's your strategy with that then? Like, you know, dodging around?
Using the triple threat, just dashing as much as possible, spamming the grenades, and you know, just trying to get as many random easy kills as I can, because it's literally so easy to get killed.
It's just like carpet bombing the entire map.
It really is.
Yeah. They just kind of bump out. They roll. You know, maybe you just fire them off in the distance. They bounce off buildings, and it's like turns the map into like a the floor is lava game.
Yeah, it really is.
You better be in a building, or else you're gonna get
using the Strider with the particle wall. I feel like that's a good combo because then you can get away from a lot of situations really easily. So.
You put up that shield, shut down the enemy fire, and then like jet your way to safety.
Dash out.
All right, we've got a question. We got some technical questions about resolution and stuff. So I'll go with Whitboy X780 wondering, what is your opinion on the 792p resolution? How much does it impact the gameplay? Of course, there's a lot of talk about Xbox One games and what resolution they play at and stuff like that. It runs technically at 792p. Don't ask me how that's derived, but it is. Graphically, how do you feel like this game holds up when you're playing?
For me, mostly, it feels pretty smooth. I mean, obviously there's some extremely graphical parts that might get a little bit choppy here and there, but for the most part, you're not going to see anything that's detrimental to gameplay. For me, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I mean, the graphics are great. I mean, I only noticed there was one time when there was a lot of action going on the screen. Like there was like 4 Titans in one little area. You know, it can get a little choppy, like you said. But I mean, graphics these days. I mean, just look at that. It's just incredible.
I also like how these particular graphics kind of look like it's all under an Instagram filter. I kind of like that. Just added a filter to this whole
It
map.
has gone a little hazy, and that is because this scripted event that happens at the end of this campaign match is that, spoilers, the guy blows the thing up, and then the
spoilers!
team is happy or mad, depending on which team you're talking about. All right, we are giving away copies of Xbox One for Titanfall, folks. Keep those tweets coming in. Got another question. Brandon Easton wondering, do you believe multiplayer campaign mode will be the standard style of gameplay in the future? So, as described, the multiplayer campaign mode is just like set campaign scenarios, multiplayer matches essentially, bookended with a little bit of cutscenes and a little bit of VO. How does that strike you as an approach to that kind of storytelling in a shooter?
I think it's just fine. I mean, that's what people play shooters for. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience playing shooters on my own because normally I'm playing fantasy, campaign, RPG, like just my normal one-player sit on my desk for hours. So normally I'm like, oh, multiplayer, like unless it's StarCraft or something. But I think this could definitely be an interesting way to go. I was playing campaign when I was playing earlier, straight out of the tutorial, and it felt good. I mean, you know the level of difficulty that you're going to get, so you can kind of use that as a benchmark to get yourself better before you go into the outside world and you're up against everybody else. So I like it.
Yeah, I'm a kind of a private gamer as well. I enjoy games, with really elaborate stories, and that's one of the reasons I fell in love with video games in the first place. So, I like the fact that they kind of still incorporated some kind of story with the multiplayer when they didn't need to. I don't feel like they needed to because, everyone is just going to play for the multiplayer and they're shooting Titans and that just a big firefight. But I mean, they kind of gave us a little peek into the window of the story that I think they're going to do more with. So I think that's kind of interesting, like we were just talking about, kind of starting out with a multiplayer and then maybe, adding to it a little bit by little bit. It's a different way of doing things, which I think is refreshing in the game industry.
I agree. And Callie Karashaka may or may not agree, but that Twitter user is totally our third winner.
Woo!
Wow. Titanfall copy of Xbox One coming your way, Callie Karashaka. Folks, GS Titanfall is trending on Twitter because all your questions are coming in and y'all want to win some Titanfall. So thanks so much for watching and sending those in. Keep them coming. So tweets to @GameSpot using the hashtag GSTitanfall. And be sure to be following GameSpot so we can DM you your winnings. And be sure to send you the copy of the game, which is right here. Looking fun in the green screen. Let's see. Yeah. Like, what do you think if Xbox did like that clear box? And the Xbox One is just hanging up there.
I still feel like we should go with the floating head.
The floating head? You want to just wear a green shirt?
The floating head is the host.
All right. You've been on a couple streams now, Brett. I like your ideas. Okay. Next time you come around, I'll bring in a green shirt. We'll see how it works. We'll do floating head.
Nice.
Floating head host. I love it.
All right, a couple questions. You Spiceman on Twitch wondering about level up speed. You guys played a couple hours. You have significantly leveled up as well. Like, how long does it take to get to those sort of higher level unlocks, would you say?
I was playing for a couple hours. I went from level 10 to level 32 in about an hour and a half.
Holy crap! But you're also really good.
Yeah,
so.
That's true.
People at home.
But I mean, the leveling, I would say it's kind of comparable to Call of Duty. I'm not sure about the higher levels. Maybe it may like double or triple the experience needed per level at those higher levels. I haven't really got there yet, but I would say they're pretty fast paced. I'm not sure how the Prestige. I haven't messed with that whole system yet.
You hit level 50, you start again, you lose all your stuff, and then I think you
get
like
a cool badge or something.
You get like an icon for your name, and then you get like 110% XP next time. Like you get XP a little faster.
That's cool.
Ryan McDonald, who's in the back, huge shooter fan here at GameSpot, said he went from level like early 30s to mid 40s in about 4 hours.
Okay.
Trish, what about you?
I leveled up once.
Yeah.
I was really proud of myself.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Lisa.
And it's interesting though because obviously folks behind Respawn Entertainment, also the folks behind some of the folks behind Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the game that made leveling up in shooters like the de facto standard. So do you see some similarities there? I mean, I think it's to where Call of Duty's come now in terms of unlockables and levels and challenges and stuff, Titanfall definitely takes inspiration from that, but is maybe a little pared down.
Yeah, most definitely. You see also there's like the whole same challenge type of features, like extra points for headshots, extra points for certain types of kills, you know, things that have become pretty common in shooters nowadays. I mean, the one thing I'm surprised we didn't see is sort of like a credit or sort of token-based system that have been pretty common in shooters now, where instead of leveling up to unlock weapons, you level up to receive a sort of value to that you spend to unlock stuff.
So you can choose which stuff you want to
exactly.
unlock sooner, as opposed to it just being a linear line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Linear line. Yes. All right. Getting serious here. A question for Lisa from the _B. How many Titans does it take to change a light bulb?
Ooh, well, if it's the light that's currently staring me in the face, that's like about 400 tiny lights blinding me.
Ooh, wow.
So probably
Maybe
like a half a Titan would probably just like destroy it, and then we'd have to get a new one, and that's how you replace it.
You don't need to change a light bulb if
Don't
you
need to
have
change
no
a light.
light stand.
Exactly.
I'm picturing a huge Titan like trying to use its big Titan fingers to get around a light bulb without breaking it.
I have a question. I'm the ignorant one here. So can someone tell me about these burn cards? Are they cards that you throw down after you burn someone? Like, your mom's fat, burn
You throw
card.
them at people and then they
You
catch
get
on
burned.
fire.
Oh, after I get burned. Okay.
Catch on fire.
It's like a gambit situation. No, that's not true.
No,
One of
but
you guys
really,
wanna
what
field
is
this?
Yeah, I mean, burn cards are pretty much just like little extra perks you can have. You know, you can have like unlimited camo or
You like buy them? What
camouflage.
I don't
You
get
get them randomly after games.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you get a little rare holographic card, or you know, they try to make it, you know, kind of like just normal card games. But you know, you get rare cards, common cards, and pretty much you pick 3 before the match starts, and you use them before you spawn. And after you die, you lose that card. So
Got it. So
yeah.
it's like one-time use.
Yeah.
You have to be careful about
so
when
like,
you
let's
use
say
them.
you have
Yeah.
a more powerful assault rifle. You have to make sure during that life you really make your use of it
Okay.
while you're alive. Otherwise, if you just spawn in with it, die within 5 seconds,
then-
there goes your burn card.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
that.
you can also be like really strategical with them. Like on Hardpoint, for example, there's a burn card where after you die, you can respawn in the exact same point you died at. So if you die in a hardpoint while you're capturing, you can just spawn right where you died and
your
get
revenge
the
real
kill,
quick.
get the revenge kill, and then recapture the hardpoint right away. So
That's clever. That is clever.
Imagine how
it's a lot of
bad that
strategy.
That's pretty cool.
A lot of strategy into it.
Nice.
Why don't you pull out a burn card right now and use one of those on your first.
one?
Which one it is?
Which one?
You got a
amped?
couple. You got a
You guys
couple
pick.
different amped weapons.
Grabber?
Grabber.
Let's snipe
or that
some
one.
people.
Okay, fine.
Long range
That's
sniper.
some sniper guns.
This is actually the last weapon you unlock, and sniping, like in Titanfall, actually kind of tricky because players move so quickly. So, oh my goodness, you're in
Wow.
a tight spot. Oh no, it's not looking
Ooh.
good. Oh gosh.
Oh, lordy. Was I supposed to do something?
Oh no.
No, basically you're so you've actually
Wow,
gotten
look at
back
the
into the
graphics.
same campaign level,
Oh,
which
the same one.
is something that like on these servers will sometimes happen where if like one of the teams drop out and another team comes in, you'll get on into the same match. And so this is one of the more dramatic openings in the campaign. Like that'll never happen in a multiplayer match.
Right.
It'll only happen in the campaign multiplayer. So we're gonna see some sniping here with the Kraber, which is just a one shot. I think it's a one hit, definitely a one hit kill type situation.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
Sniping some grunts. And
Then-
actually, go ahead.
I was going to say, I saw right there on screen, it said burn card earned. So right there after you got that kill, so after the game, he'll have a new burn card.
Nice.
Got a player kill. Oh, they got you. Make your escape. And don't forget you've got that stim ability, which you got away without using, but that's like a quick, it accelerates your regeneration and it makes you run a little faster, which is handy. This is one of 3 pilot abilities, the other being cloak and active radar pulse, which is, right up in your face.
Is that a default?
That guy,
Smart
Is that a
pistol.
default, Chris, or is that a custom loadout for? Start with that.
I think, well, so that was
That was
he
the burn
got
card.
That
access
was
to
the
the
burn card.
sniper rifle because he used a burn card.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would be able to put it in your loadout had you unlocked it.
Okay.
And now we've got another winner, number 4, Dr. Z Gamer.
Dr.
is
Z
getting a
Gamer.
copy of Titanfall for the Xbox One. Congratulations, Dr.
Congratulations,
Z.
Doctor.
Z!
You're going to be in
The good
here.
doctor.
And if you run across TP, God help you.
Run away.
All right, we got a question that Pam Light FT on Twitter is wondering. Can a 55-year-old mom learn this game and not get killed too quickly? Lol. What do you think?
55-year-old moms, I would say.
Yeah.
Moms
Yeah.
slash me slash Lisa Foils. Yeah, that's the question.
I think that's her
Okay.
code name.
Yeah.
Code for Lisa Foils here. It's 55-year-old
It probably
mom.
does say Lisa Foils, but you're just trying to be nice. You're like, no, 55-year-old woman, it's not you.
I would say if you're worried about dying too much, a good thing is that you can respawn very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those frustrating games where you're just dead the whole match because it takes so gosh darn long to respawn. So that's a good thing.
It seems like there's also a bit of teamwork that's needed to take down the Titans, right?
Helping you, and there's ways to help your team out that aren't being a Titan-killing hero or sniping the enemy players from across the map. In attrition mode, those grunt kills count for points towards your team. If you play Last Titan Standing, however, you will get in that situation. Trisha was saying you would not, because that's everyone spawns in a Titan. You all fight until one team's Titans are all gone. If you die early, you're just watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which means
I didn't get that far.
it's extra incentive to not die early. But if you're worried about dying too much, I would say attrition. It's go grunt hunting.
Yeah, I was only playing attrition when I got to play earlier.
Get your smart pistol out. Do a little wall hang while Titans battle it out here. Jump on for the rodeo. Nice work. All right. Is Titanfall LAN capable? Wondering T3 HHH on Twitch. At this point, I think the answer is no. You got to connect to Microsoft servers. If it was LAN capable, we would all be playing on LAN and not just TV playing on the one.
But this
PC
is
setup we
seriously
managed to log in
entertaining.
with.
I will say I am very entertained by watching him.
Do you like where you just kick
He's
that guy
really
in the
fun
butt?
to watch.
Or
I
the
like
head,
it.
whichever part.
Oh, I
Like
got
kicking.
destroyed. Oh my
Oh
god.
god. Oh, that was a friendly?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
that was it.
Trying to get away.
So that was a Strider. You can sprint in Titans. Sprint being a relative term, of course, and also dash. That's why he sort of appeared so quickly, and that's a good way to get stomped. Oh, you could kill the Marvin too, which is just a friendly robot that's like repairing stuff and hanging out there.
Is that what that thing is?
Yeah.
So Marvin?
Yep, it's called a Marvin, and there's a challenge for like killing 10 Marvins. They just sit there and like work on the repairs, and they have a smiley face.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I was wondering
you're-
what
Why would you kill
You're
him?
a total monster if
What
you
did he ever
kill
do
them.
to you? It's not
Just
Marvin.
a friendly Marvin. Come on.
I have a
Justice for Marvin.
question. I have a question for you guys who have had a little bit more hands-on time with the game. When you are the Titan, can you repeatedly dash, or does that take like a while to?
It's a rechargeable
Okay.
thing. Like, here, I'll call mine in right now. You have like 2 little meters that are filled up, which means
Yeah.
you have 2 like charges of the
Okay.
dash. So that's
Oh, so you can do it twice in a row, but then you have to
Yeah.
wait and recharge.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or if you have the Strider, you can do it 3 times in a row. Or if you have the heavy one, you can only do it once in a row. Oh, and we've got DarkLink_66 on Twitter winning a copy of Titanfall for
Go
the Xbox One. Congratulations.
All right.
That's, I believe, 5 we've given away. We've got 5 to go. So if you want to enter to win a copy of Titanfall for the Xbox One, tweet at GameSpot using the hashtag GSTitanfall. And be sure to be following us so we can DM you if you happen to win.
But Darklink is the one that called me a noob earlier, so we're gonna have to do something bad to his copy, like
Okay.
spit on it or something.
We'll
Wait,
put it.
am I
We'll
like-
give it to you. We'll put it in your custody, and then,
Okay.
then it'll find
I was
its
gonna
way
say
out.
one of us will like lick it before we send it to you,
But they
they'd
might
probably
like
be
that,
into
yeah.
But you don't know who licked it.
Oh, exactly.
Who did it? Amazing.
Yeah, grab bag of
Oh,
game licking.
A mog balls.
All right, we've got more questions here. Alex Clemens 1 on Twitter wondering, are pistols worth using? And let's say the smart pistol we've already talked about its virtues and some of its pitfalls. The sidearm pistols, you've got 3 different options that you eventually unlock. Is it worth even pulling those out?
I'm gonna use one right here. My favorite is this auto pistol right here. I haven't unlocked the 3rd one to use yet, but this one, it looked to me like it was like a Magnum type of pistol, the 3rd one.
That's the 3rd one, yeah.
Yeah. This one is just an auto pistol like right here you see.
Yeah,
It's
that
pretty
one's
darn
good.
powerful.
That is
Like-
pretty cool.
yeah, I
Hit
like
your
that.
shot.
I like that.
You know, it's pretty much safe to say you're gonna get a kill per clip.
Yeah.
This is the one I've likened so far.
I totally agree. I use that as my sidearm for every loadout I have. It's great, and it's great. Serves that sidearm purpose perfectly. Of oh crap, I ran out of ammo in my main gun, but this fight is almost over. Whip out the sidearm, and then that thing just sprays him to death.
Yeah, so it is definitely worth using. I mean, getting on the, doing the rodeo too, so once you unload your main weapon, pulling out the pistol, you can clean up, finish the Titan off with your pistol, and then hop on.
Especially if you see that Titan go down to one knee and be stationary, because you know that pilot's coming out to get you. If you can like, quick get the pistol out, get that kill shot, and then bail out, then you doomed the Titan. Bada bang, bada boom. Come on, kill that Marvin. Marvin murder.
No,
Marvin murder.
Marvin.
All right, what,
Not the Marvin.
Oh, someone killed Marvin.
just
It was
watched
him.
brutal Marvin murder.
Oh, I got kicked on.
I was hoping you
killed
would
Marvin.
avenge the Marvin.
Spin kicked you in the face.
Oh no.
Now, I saw in the tutorial when you melee attack from behind someone, it does a really cool execution. Has anyone actually used that in a multiplayer match? I mean,
Oh yeah.
Oh, you
They
have?
did twist
Okay.
the head entirely around. It's really weird because if you're the one getting killed that way, they twist your head
you
around
see it.
and your head goes all the way around
Yeah.
and then you see the face of the person who killed you and then you die.
That was one of the moments when you guys were filming that I was like, but I couldn't make any noise.
You wanted to exclaim, "Oh snap!" from over
Yes.
here. I saw you step on that Marvin, by the way.
Dude, I'm a mean person.
You know,
Wow.
you know, you saw someone kill a Marvin, then they killed you. You feel like you have to be a monster like them in order to exceed. I'm telling you now, you don't have to. You don't have to sink to their level.
Man, look at this guy.
This guy.
Hopping
Oh, you're in
around.
trouble. You're gonna blow up. You better go.
Oh.
I wanted that pilot kill, man. He's jumping around like crazy.
It's tough. The grenade launcher you're using there is the tough anti-pilot weapon when they're jumping on rooftops and heading around. Shot would have been great.
They're not heat-seeking though, right?
No.
Like
they
you have to solidly land on the parkouring pilot
This guy's chasing.
Yes.
to make that happen.
Yeah, you gotta hit him. And one of the guns for the Titan is a machine gun basically, so that's
Yeah.
great for killing pilots.
Yeah.
Also, if the pilot's on the ground, the splash damage from any of the weapons is gonna kill him pretty well.
Boom.
Kick him in the butt. Burger Thing on Twitter wondering if you have a Titan, how would you use it? All right, presuming you've got a place at your apartment, a parking space for your Titan, it's fine. You can use it in day to day. What do you think you would? How would you put your Titan to use?
That's a great question.
That's a good question, right? So, like, commute. I mean, I guess you could walk it to work, but it seems like it'd be kind of slow and inefficient. Like, it would cause a lot of traffic pileup.
I mean, I have a hard time seeing over people's heads at like concerts. I feel like that
There you go.
might come in handy.
You make a
Not
few
sure
friends if you.
security would like that, but I'd probably just step on them anyway.
You know, you talk to the event promoters, it would be a thing. Like, you could sell seats on your Titan's hands, and you could just sit it there,
There you go.
holding your hands out to the sides, and like, boom, they paid premium to like sit in the palm of a Titan's hand.
There you go.
As long as you don't squeeze your hand and crush them to meat bits, which can totally
Still
happen when
learning.
you melee. If you melee a Doom's Titan in this game, you'll like. It depending on the chassis, you'll yank the pilot out and like throw him or squeeze them, or you like rip the Titan's arms off and beat it with it. It's
That's
pretty
my
fun.
favorite thing to watch in this game.
The Titan
Is
melee attacks.
the Titan melee attacks and people getting ripped out of Titans.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. That's if I had a real life Titan, I don't know that I could be in a Titan without feeling destructive.
Oh yeah,
Like,
here we go.
I got it for you.
Thank you. That was my one request today. Thank you. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. If I had a real life Titan, I feel like I'd get in and instantly my voice would turn into this.
And
I just want to destroy things.
It would need a really sweet paint job too. Obviously, some like racing stripes, maybe like a spoiler on its shoulders. Yeah.
Now we're talking DLC here, because I mean there is no way to customize your appearance in Titanfall.
That's coming, I bet you that's
Pilot, you
coming.
can choose your gender, but with Titans, it's just one loadout. You know, it's just there's no paint jobs available. You want to see, but you want to take it one step further. You want spoilers. You want Exhibit to come in here and like pick your
Hydraulics.
Titan.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a Titan with like a teardrop tattoo.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Not sure if I
like
could get it, but I'd also really like a placard for my Titan, just so I can have that, upfront parking.
Placard.
Maybe I could get that.
Oh, you
Talk
just
to the
put it
DMV
in the
about that.
in the
Hang
just
it on
stick
its
it on
nose.
front.
Yeah.
Like handicap, put a handicap ticket for your Titan. Like, you don't know what is going on in here. All right, how'd that match go for you, Tyler?
I did okay. I'm
You
just
are
happy
really fun to watch,
I'm
by the
happy
way.
I got that Titan melee.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
tight.
happy you did
It's
too.
probably my favorite part of the game.
It is pretty excellent. Brett, I feel for you. You're like
I
chomping
know,
at the
man.
bit here, but like
Here.
again,
We'll
folks.
take turns.
Take turns.
Oh, yeah, you guys want to do a little switcheroo?
Yeah.
Do a switcher.
All right,
Switch.
you could probably tilt
Or-
the. Oh yeah, you could scoot a little
Scoot
bit.
over a little bit.
Yeah.
Bond.
There we go.
little bit
You
closer.
can move these
Team
pillows
bonding.
around. Yeah,
Future team bonding.
Yeah, we're
There
good.
we go. All right. Cool.
Do it.
Folks, just a quick update. Xbox Live is not accepting new sign-ins. It's an issue that's listed up on the Xbox Live website. Otherwise, we'd have 4 Xbox Ones. Blaze and Titanfall here. That was the original intention. But when you do things live, you got to deal with this stuff.
It's a live show. These things happen.
It's
Lisa and I were waiting to epically fail for you so
Oh, yeah.
you could laugh heartily at us.
Would have been great. Hilarious deaths.
hilarious
Too bad
death
for
after
you.
hilarious death. So many head twists and Titan
So many
rippings.
executions.
So what we've got going now is a PC copy of Titanfall playing over here. We've had Tyler TP playing it over at Polchow. And we've got Brett, Naded,
Leonard, that's correct.
Yes, name remembering. I didn't even look at the document that's right in front of me. No big deal. And we are also giving away copies of Titanfall for the Xbox One to people like I am not important. Wait, you guys chose that just so I would say that, didn't you? That's cool.
Nice.
Thanks. I see you laughing back there. Anyways, I'm not important on Twitter winning this copy right here of Titanfall for the Xbox
You're
One.
important now.
are.
Congratulations. I'll be sending it your
Nice.
way. So folks, tweet using the hashtag GSTitanfall to @GameSpot and be sure to be following us so we can send you your win information when you inevitably win one of the 4 copies. We only got 4 left. I keep holding up the same one. I promise there are more in the back. All right, so we've got, we had Tyler playing for a while. Brett's gonna hop in and play, and it looks like we're moving on to the next final map in the campaign, which takes place on that weird corporate level with all the robots in tubes.
Let's go, Brett. Woo!
It's gonna be good. What, Brett, going into this match here, you've been sitting on the couch waiting to play for a while here and chomping at the bit. What's your plan going into this match here? What kind of loadout you're gonna run? What kind of game are you trying to play?
Just gonna pray that the other team doesn't have good weapons, just like me, because I don't have really that much unlocked here. So we're gonna just kind of wing it.
Yeah, pretty low level. Just do it together in class
What are we?
real quick.
13 right here. So
13.
that guy's a 41 on the other team.
Oh
so,
my god!
So there's no ranked matches yet?
No.
They
It's-
there's no
yeah.
like ranked or unranked lobby
Okay.
situation, and
Yeah,
as you
I
can
mean-
see by the lobby situation here, it's just kind of like
Like you have your own individual rank for unlocking things, but as far as like individual playlist ranks, there's none. It's
you
just
can't choose. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
like
it's not
put you
skill-based.
necessarily into a
yeah.
40 plus like match.
Well-
But again, the high, like you said, it's not skill based necessarily.
Yeah.
A high rank just means you played it for a long time. And you'd be able to derive some skill if you knew how long it took them to get to that rank. You could compare that, but you don't. So it's just someone with a lot of time on their hands.
Right.
That's what those big numbers should. Also, a lot of weapons in their loadout. Like they got a lot of different stuff they can choose from that you can't.
I feel like with games like this, it's so important to at least have a familiarity with the maps. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you just do so much better when you actually have your little hiding spots and you know exactly where to go.
And
Unlike
with
games-
the ability to like run along walls and do the wall hang,
Yeah.
like anywhere is a hiding spot,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Especially you saw in Hardpoint, there's a big Titan battle going on. I'm hiding in the corner. I'll let them duke it out.
Just
Whatever.
hanging out.
Stuff like that. I would say definitely hardpoint domination is good for newer players. The spawn points are more consistent. If you have A flag, you're probably gonna spawn on A flag. If they have C flag, they're probably gonna spawn on C flag. Makes more sense compared to like attrition. It's more of like a team-based spawn. So if your teammates are moving around the map, you might spawn up with them. You might spawn up away from them. So just different things like that can get you more familiar with the maps.
My question for you is, how do you feel about the fact that like you don't have to shoot glass or melee glass to go through it? You just ran through it in a
run through.
huge plate glass window, like a 2-story plate glass window.
Yeah, that's great.
Like fine, of course, fine. Like why would I have to shoot that? I'm just kind of a crazy dude. Oh hey, we got an X-Bone up and going. Oh no, there's another PC copy. Oh, we got Xbox.
So,
nice.
All right, we've managed to log in with one Xbox, and now we have these two guys. Why don't you guys just switch controllers back?
Will
Yeah,
it
we-
happen?
I'm so focused though.
Break focus.
We'll just to the
Here,
next
we'll
one.
get this out of your way. I know it's very upsetting
I was having
to be
so
torn
much
out of the
fun.
middle of the
Ruined
match.
everything.
Now we're putting you into this match. This
match is over.
This match is over. It's
No,
hard
it's
out.
Great, you're in the lobby now.
It's hard out there for Brett.
Making progress.
We'll get you to play soon, Brett. That's
I stole it from him again.
Hard out there for Brett.
what I'm saying.
Oh, you're on different settings now.
Yeah, I switched it back.
Okay.
And now you have Brett Sweat on your controller.
Brett Sweat.
Who needs your towel?
Who needs your gaming towel?
You brought it. You brought the gaming towel.
No, you're good. Okay, great.
Thank you, though.
Uh,
Glad
Like,
you're prepared
no,
for
we
this.
don't want your sweaty towel.
Can you please tell the viewers why we're all exclaiming about a gaming towel right now?
Because I get really, really, really sweaty gaming hands, and anytime I play games, and I don't have gamer grip yet, although I'm aware of it. I'm also aware of airflow controllers. I don't have one of those either. But I do have this sweet towel that says "Game On" B-word censored out.
Yeah.
And I use that to dry my hands when they get gross, because sometimes your pants just aren't enough.
Sometimes
Whoop.
pants just aren't
To
enough.
myself. Sweet.
Excellent. All right, let's get into some Twitter questions here. Of course, we're taking your questions over Twitter to hashtag GS Titanfall. Tweet them to @GameSpot, and that also enters you to win a copy of Titanfall for the Xbox One. Wondering such question as, ooh, this is a technical question for you gents who make your living doing this thing. OBXJT, how is the hit detection compared with other FPS?
It's really good, to be quite honest. The auto aim is a little bit strong at times. Sometimes you'll pick up people running through walls and stuff, so maybe they need to do a little bit of messing with that there. But it leads to good hit detection, so you're not gonna like have shots that just randomly don't hit. Just from what I've experienced, it's
I mean, you saw
pretty good.
earlier when I was using the car SMG, I was
Yeah.
shooting them cross map, just
Yeah, exactly.
perfect registration.
if you're hitting your shots, they're definitely gonna register.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I got a question for you, Brett, before you get into your game here. One of the things that I really love about Halo is the sort of acrobatics. The fact that that jumping and that creatively moving around the environment is a big part of tactics on those maps, and it's a big skill that you have to learn, as compared to like a Call of Duty where you have no you have no jumps, so you're not. You can mantle and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but it's not as free form as in Halo.
Yeah.
Now coming to something like Titanfall, which, the parkour stuff is totally free form. How does that compare? How's that transition for you?
I mean, definitely really easy to pick up. I mean, like I said before, the jumping is my favorite thing, probably because of Halo. Just being able to jump around, slide jump, and all that stuff. So, I mean, having the parkour in the game is, it's a great game, and I mean, going from Halo to this game, it was really easy. So,
Cool. Peter the Great wondering, what's the strongest Titan? I guess technically the Ogre has the heaviest armor.
yeah.
But they don't. The weapons that you have on each Titan are interchangeable and are not Titan specific. So, a grenade launcher on the Strider, which is the really light Titan, is going to do the same damage as a grenade launcher on the Ogre, which is the really heavy one. But so what do you find yourselves leaning towards in terms of Titan choice, chassis-wise?
I haven't had much
Strider,
experience with the other
Ogre.
two, but I feel like the speedy one would be more of my type of style. Having extra movement speed is much better for, dipping around walls, getting a few shots in, dipping back out. It would lead to more of a tactical style of play rather than just a big old tank standing in the middle, just bashing people. But I definitely want to try this Sidewinder. What about you, Brett?
I mean, I definitely agree with you as far as the movement. Like I said earlier, using I really wish I could show you guys the triple threat if I had it unlocked. I mean, so much fun using that and the particle wall, but unfortunately, don't have that.
That's a pretty good combo. All right, Max D Tweets wants to know, if you could add a Titan to any other game, which game would you add it to and why? So if you could just sort of bring your Titan along with you into another game environment, be it competitive, cooperative, exploratory, which one would you choose? I mean, would you want to go for like a Skyrim, like Titans in Tamriel, wandering around, like grappling with dragons, stomping on
I could see that.
frost trolls?
I wouldn't be down for that. I don't like.
Non-canonical.
Yeah, I'm not down for the mixing high tech with fantasy. I know some people absolutely love it, but in my world, you don't fight dragons with guns. That's where I live. I don't know. Maybe I'd bring it into like a Super Smash Bros. Or something.
Ooh, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
And hey, Yellow Sanchez, welcome to the winner's circle. You're winner number 7 for Xbox One copy of Titanfall. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your tweets. And folks, if you want to win one of the last 3 copies we have to give away, tweet at GameSpot using the hashtag GSTitanfall. It's as easy as that. Also, you got to be following us because otherwise we can't make you a winner. The winner that you're meant to be.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish I was a baller.
I know, I was thinking that same thing.
That girl looked good. I would call her.
Collar.
Please elaborate.
A lot of my giant robot knowledge and experience comes from the movie Iron Giant, which pretty much cried harder than I've ever cried watching that movie. So
Oh, yeah.
pretty much,
Seriously.
So
I don't know if I could deal with a lot of giant robots.
You'd
in
want
my
to bring the
games.
giant robot into like Earthbound or like Brothers,
Earthbound.
Tale of Two Sons,
yeah.
like a real like
Yes.
boy and his robot type
An
story.
emotional experience, because that's what it's going to end up being anyway, if I've learned anything.
You know they're pretty dumb, right? Like the AI on these things is, I mean, they'll follow you if you tell them to follow you, and they'll stay put if you tell them to stay put, and they'll shoot bad guys. But
That's good.
I don't think you could really have a conversation.
I have a question.
Clearly didn't see the movie.
If your Titan's following, does it still shoot?
Yes,
Okay.
it'll engage. I mean, I'm not exactly sure where the balance is in terms of like get close to pilot or engage nearby enemies, but regardless of what mode it is in, it will engage targets of opportunity. So, yeah, like it will totally fight people.
Because I'm just thinking, unless you're like capturing the flag, like unless you're in that mode, what would be the benefit to having your Titan in guard mode if he can shoot and just follow you?
Yeah, so like, there's hardpoint domination, which is the like capture the point thing. So you get to defend a point, or you could leave it to defend a flag, or I mean,
Fell off the map of the Titan.
you just fell off the map.
With the Titan and a Titan.
Did you dash off? Yes. Okay, I was wondering. I've almost done that myself a few times. I was wondering if it was possible if they like would invisible wall you and keep you from doing that. Thank you for figuring out.
For answering that question.
Totally possible.
And I think I saw when I was playing earlier, there's like a thing called the Guardian chip. It's one of the kit loadouts you can choose, and it increases the AI of your Auto Titan. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, that's a higher level sort of kit thing. It definitely, it makes the aiming more effective, I guess. So yeah, it also honestly works as a distraction because people think an Auto Titan is easy prey, which it kind of is. Like if you rodeo it, no one's hopping out of it to try to kill you. If you take pot shots at it, it's not going to whip around and shoot you with, or like stay focused on where you're going to pop out next with the diligence of a human pilot.
How do you differentiate an autopilot from a pilot, or an Auto Titan from a Titan that has a pilot in it?
When you look at them, it will say gamer tag and then underneath Auto Titan.
Got it.
And so you'll be able to tell that it's not not manned, as it were. Is there a detection indicator when opponent mounts a Titan, and can you shake him off? Wonders Vane Ninja. Yes, there's totally a rodeo meter. It pops up and it's like, you're being rodeoed. Rodeo is the term for when someone gets on your Titan. And you can do a friendly rodeo too. You can like have your little buddy come along for a ride. There's a rodeo meter. You can, there are a couple ways to deal with that. So you've got a rodeo attack right now, and that's gonna be a rodeo doom? Almost. I think it will, but now hopping off, so you can hop out front and like try to fire on the offending rodeoer. You can also sacrifice your Titan by ejecting, and that shoots you and the rodeo person up into the sky where you can have like a mid-air gun battle. And also, if you have a Titan ability called Electric Smoke, not only does that obscure the area around you, but if you stand in the cloud of electric smoke, it will slowly kill the pilot.
Nice.
Also, there's I just learned this recently today. There's this one missile that you can shoot. It's called a cluster missile. It blows up and causes a whole bunch of other explosions. So you like shoot that into a wall, and then you go stand in the explosion bath. You're gonna damage yourself a little bit, but the guy's gonna die.
So friendly fire is a thing.
No. Friendly fire on yourself is a thing. I was trying to think of a good word for it.
Okay.
Like auto-friendly? Anyways. You can't injure your
fire.
teammates.
Selfie
Selfie fire.
Hashtag
There it is!
Tag it.
Selfie
I got
Been
this.
created.
Yep.
See, there's a reason I'm here.
I love it.
Yeah, selfie fire will mess you up with grenades or explosives. If you get on the back of a Titan and try to rodeo with like the Sidewinder, which is that like shoots a bunch of tiny missiles, anti-Titan weapons, you'll blow yourself right up. But you can't blow up friendly Titans. Like if a friendly Titan steps in front of your rocket barrage,
Sure.
they're fine. It's
Okay,
no big
cool.
deal. All right, we're checking out Brett here in a close attrition match, 198 to 219, and also that, folks, there's a good tip. If you see that red sort of shielding appear on a Titan, that's a vulnerable spot, so you should shoot it. But let's go for some questions. Does the melee in Titanfall, wonders Alex Clemens 1, have more range than meleeing in other games like Call of Duty?
I would say it's about the same. From just playing a little bit, it feels like Call of Duty, it's actually easier to hit a melee than in this game, because in this game it's a kick. It's more of like a momentum type of thing. So instead of just walking up to someone and easily locking onto them and stabbing them or whatever it is, you have to really know where you're going and sometimes even lead your kick, because if a guy's like moving with you, you have to like kick with the movement he's going, but then also the execution, he just snapped his neck. So
Yeah, you're just right behind him.
I would say it's about the same, but in some instances it's a little bit harder than previous games.
And there are other times where I feel like that because you have that kick momentum, you can start it a little further.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's just, sometimes, but then again, there have been times where I've been like, oh yeah, kick time!
Yeah.
And then I like kick, totally miss, get shot to death, and just
You're like,
watch
oh.
myself do a sweet ninja kick in the kill cam, and like, wow, it was like 5 feet away.
You're like, well,
That happened to me quite a bit today.
Quite a bit indeed. And our next winner, our 8th winner of an Xbox One copy of Titanfall, is the Cobra X.
Oh,
Congratulations
Cobra X.
to
The
the Cobra X.
Woo!
Probably the most badass Twitter name of the day, and also did not cause me to insult myself. So I like it. You just won a copy of Xbox One, or Titanfall for the Xbox One, rather. It's in a box. I'm gonna send it to you. Folks, if you want to win, there are 2 more copies we are giving away before this stream comes to a close. Tweet at GameSpot using hashtag GSTitanfall to enter. All right, we got a couple more questions. Any questions from you guys? Any Titanfall stuff
I have
you're
a question.
curious about?
You just, Brett, you just successfully evacuated. Is that correct? Did I watch that happen?
no, I
Or
did
you
not.
die before it
I
happened?
died.
You died?
Yeah, I did not exactly.
I was not
No drop ship.
I was not successful in evacuation once. Now, granted, I only played a couple times, but has anyone here been successful in evacuation? And if
Yes.
so, what does that do for you?
Gives you points.
yeah, you
for
get extra points for getting
level
away
up.
without dying, and I'm not sure. There's probably like a challenge you can do that goes along with it. I'm not sure if there's any sort of other bonus you get from it.
It's just XP, and then
Yeah.
that's associated with challenges, which can sometimes lead to burn cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the extraction you're talking about is the epilogue, like at the end of a match.
Got the Strider.
At the end of
Yeah.
most matches, so some game types don't do it. The losing team has to make it to their dropship to get the hell out of there, and the winning team tries to just stomp all over the losing team like Godzilla in like a Lego kingdom, like smash all you beauty losers. That's how I imagine it, at least.
What's the strategy for that? Because I'm like, cloak and run, and then I still die.
So the strategy is don't like
die.
straight beeline it and then wait there, because it's like once it starts, you have like 30 to 40 seconds. If you just beeline it there and you're like waiting, like come on, it's gonna come, it's gonna come. You're probably gonna catch up with you and kill you. One good strategy is if you're in a Titan, you can actually eject right up into the ship.
Didn't you do that?
Shut
You
up.
almost did that, or maybe not. You
Oh,
ejected somehow.
into the ship?
Yeah, like
while
pretty
it's
cool.
flying away?
No, not while it's flying
Oh.
away. While it's parked there, you'll just, you won't hit your head on the bottom of the ship
Right.
and then like fall back down. They're generous. They realize you just want to. It's more fun if you like clip up through the ship and then you come back down and you drop in through the roof. Like it's a little unrealistic, but it's fun. So it doesn't bother me personally.
So that's for the losing team.
Yes.
Yeah,
For the winning team, if you have If you have 3 Titans firing on the dropship, you're gonna be able to blow it up pretty easily before it gets out. So that's a good strategy. Otherwise, that's a good situation in which guard mode auto Titan comes in. You put your Titan on guard mode, and then it's gonna like give anyone guff who's coming in. If they're being sloppy, it might take them out. But it's gonna also be a distraction so that you can see other pilots coming in, or you can escape under the cover of your guard mode Titan.
There you go.
And I was trying to do this earlier. I missed it by just a few feet. I think you can call down a Titan and just have it smash the ship.
Through the ship? Oh.
Like if you have
so
your Titan
mean.
ready to call, you call it in, and so when it comes down, like we're gonna see right here, boom! Like if you hit the ship,
oh my God,
I think it
that is so
destroys the
mean.
ship.
That is
I
so
haven't done it
mean.
myself though.
I'm
So.
trying out the Strider now, the little bit quicker Titan. I'm already getting Rodeo though. That's wonderful. See if I can get this
That
guy off
escape
real
thing
quick.
kind of reminds me of those last episodes
Get
of
off it.
Left 4 Dead, where that's your like
still
only
on.
goal is to get to the escape.
That was weird. It looked like you were shooting the
Yeah, I think I was shooting my own
shield
robot.
or something.
Yeah, I'm already.
Yeah, it is like that. It's
Yeah.
like because you got to like hold out a little bit to get to that evac, and
So
you
now
know
that you say
everyone's on the
that-
swarm.
Yeah. Now that you say it, I would like to have the Titan in Left 4 Dead. That would be nice. Just in those last episodes, where it's like get to the chopper, and then you just have your Titan just shoot
All
all
right,
the
well
zombies.
then, I
there
mean,
you go.
it seems like it's a little OP, so paint me a picture of what a zombie Titan would look like.
No, the Titan wouldn't be a zombie. The Titan would be on your team.
Yes, but no, you need a counter to it. Otherwise, it's just
So then there's
easy.
a zombie Titan
Yeah.
and a regular Titan.
What does a zombie Titan look like?
Well,
is what I'm
obviously it would be like rotting metal. You know,
So there would be some metal. Yeah, okay, all right.
just
I like-
rusty, groaning, like the voice is a little messed up. Yeah, I can see that.
I like it.
right.
You know what I'm thinking? Also, alternative. Did you ever see the previews for World War Z, that movie?
Yes.
Where all the zombies are like climbing up
Yeah.
on each other? Yeah. So, it's just a whole
Zombie
bunch of,
ladder.
it's just a giant zombie made of zombies that are all clinging to each other.
Giant Titan.
And then as you shoot it, the zombies fall off.
I like it.
Sounds gross. All right, it looks like we've got another setup going. Trisha, you're gonna get to play over here. Are we on the? I think we got another PC setup. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Mine's working?
Yes.
Is
yeah.
it?
So we've got
Amazing.
another PC setup.
Please connect that one.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
again,
mine's
folks,
working.
this whole stream that we had set up to play Titanfall on 4 Xbox Ones got a little hamstrung by the fact that you can't really sign into Xbox Live right now. They are having serious problems. Is it connected to like legions of people getting out of school or work on the East Coast and trying to get onto Titanfall servers? Yes, very possibly. But who knows? Whatever the source, we haven't been able to log on through Xbox One, although we did manage to get one Xbox One through. I think that's what you're seeing right now that Naded is playing on. But we have 2 PC setups, so we're gonna have Trisha in a game shortly, so we'll be able to see how she fares, cutting her way through the Titanfall battlefields. But Brett, how's this? This is another new map we haven't seen yet. It's kind of like a small little shanty town. So like lots of, sort of small streets for Titans to walk on, but lots of rooftop to rooftop action when you're a pilot. How are you liking this map so far?
Yeah, it's the first time I played this map. It's actually really nice. There's like you said, like this building right here is just huge. You can
Yeah,
jump
there's
on
that
top
giant
of.
tower in the middle. I think I saw someone get to the top of that thing at one point. Now this is always dangerous because you go in for the rodeo and all you gotta do is jump near the head. But if you were like running up behind a Titan and it steps backwards,
You're gonna get
Oh, yeah.
crunched.
forget it. And that's actually kind of funny when you're walking around into Titan, you just like see a kill pop up on your kill feed, and you're like, oh, I must have stepped on someone.
Sure
Check the bottom of your shoe, and you're like, oh, yep, sure enough.
Gross.
It is nasty. All right, let's take some questions via Twitter. Again, we're taking questions via Twitter, and that's also how you can enter to win one of the last 2 copies of Titanfall for the Xbox One. We're gonna be giving away. Send a tweet using hashtag GSTitanfall to @GameSpot. And oh, hey, we've got the 9th winner right here, JHCL56.
Woo!
Winning a copy of Titanfall for the Xbox One. I can hear the distant cheers in a living room far, far away. Awesome, you're gonna be getting a copy in the mail. One more copy to give away. And Trisha, Trisha got some serious kick. Kicked a grunt in the gut. That was a real.
That's some good
kick in the
kick
gut.
action. I like it.
But there was a pilot behind those grunts. Normally, those grunts, like, I've had trouble, like, kicking my way through an entire squad of grunts. Like, if there's 4, they have the collective intelligence to, once you've slowly kicked almost all of them to death, do some damage to you, but they're not programmed to, like, aspire to a human skill level. They're there to be cannon fodder, to do goofy crap. To, you know, sometimes they do like real battlefield stuff, like, hey, they're dragging an injured guy off the field. I walked into one, and this is actually, you can see at the beginning of GameSpot's video review. I walked into a room. There are robot grunts and human grunts. A robot grunt was literally holding a human grunt over his head and then smashing him down on the ground to kill him. I was like, all right, you got a sense of humor about it. I like it. All right, Trisha, talk to us about your loadout here. What are you rocking?
I'm not
Rocking the shotgun.
I'm not rocking what I wanted to be rocking.
All right,
I thought I set my loadout
Well,
as
you can change that right now by pressing start and go to pilot loadout. So you
Yeah,
can
I want custom pilot too.
custom pilot 2, smart pistol time.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
good
what I
choice.
wanted.
Behind the enemy right now.
Because
Oh, bad
Oh
Titan.
boy.
hold on.
Go away
I'm
from
gonna
there.
go to this.
Don't.
Come here.
You gotta jump up on a roof to do that. You're crazy. You're standing in the middle of the street. It's
I'm
gonna
so
snap
badass.
on. Okay, it's
I'm
gonna go.
so badass.
You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah.
It's looking right at you. Oh my God!
Oh boy.
Before he stepped on me.
Punched.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, all right. Next time I want to see you up on a rooftop doing that. Come on.
You learn.
Get
Hey,
in the game.
you live and you learn.
That's true. Fair
There
enough.
we go.
I don't mean to be harsh.
Got him in. Got a little grunt guy. Nope, that's my friend. Nope, no, he's not. Come here. Let me shoot you, please. And you. Thank you. Oh, damn.
Talking to them like little children.
Trisha, do me a favor, actually. Press start and go and switch your pilot loadout to Assassin, which is one of the preset ones.
Okay.
It's the same smart pistol, but it's got a suppressor on it, so you're not going to appear on radar.
Oh,
Because
lovely.
I think that's how that Titan saw you. Oh, step back.
I got it. I ran away. No, there's something up top.
Yeah, oh, shoot it. Get it, get it.
Wait, am I? Oh, that's not the
No, shoot
launchy
it.
one. That's not the.
No, this is the Sidewinder. Yeah. Just hold it down. And
Oh.
now run away, because it's gonna see
He
you.
knows I'm here now.
Why are you still there?
Get me.
All right, go for
I'm
it.
chasing him.
Get after
I'm
it.
a badass. I'm not scared of nothing.
I know you wanted to talk about the settings a little bit, the automatic sprint.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I wanted to talk
I've got
about.
that.
Auto
You,
sprint.
absolutely.
Oh, show, I've got
yeah,
that
so
on.
let's. There's a setting called automatic sprint. What I have not even tried it.
Yeah.
It seems weird and dangerous to me. Talk to me about what it is and why you like it, please.
Yeah, I use it just because, I mean, I'm from Halo. I also play on the setting Fruit Loop, so don't make fun of me.
What does that mean?
I'm playing on Fruit Loop. Fruit Loop means that it's Halo settings in a way.
Oh,
The
it's a controller layout.
Yeah, controller layout called Fruit Loop button layout, is, and you zoom in using the right joystick instead of the L trigger, which is Call of Duty
Yes.
style.
Yep.
And I love zooming in with the right joystick, so this is perfect for me. I'm playing Fruit Loop. Automatic sprint settings, so I don't have to worry about pressing sprint. I'm not really too sure. I'm still kind of testing that out a little bit to see.
That just
if
means
it's good.
you're running at a sprint all the time.
Yeah, like you don't have to press it.
Because
Yeah.
you don't run out of sprint juice in Titanfall.
Yeah.
You can be always sprinting. There's not like you're gonna get fatigued. All right, cool. See some automatic sprint. Are you?
I am mailing like a badass.
Quick, get out! Get out of there!
I'm trying. Oh crap! Get out! Go, friend!
Nicely done. I think you might get a kill with the nuclear eject.
Go, I'm just shooting.
Kill. Oh gosh. So yeah, in Halo, you basically have one run, a consistent run speed.
Yeah.
So that's why that sort of seems to be a natural fit. Tyler, you were shaking your head about auto sprint.
I don't like it.
From Call of Duty, you're used to clicking that sprint, pulling back off it,
Yeah.
clicking it, pulling back off it. You know, so you like the control over it.
Definitely. There's times where you're walking into a building and you don't want to be sprinting around tight little corners. You want to be ready to be, when you're running and then you aim in, it takes a little bit longer to aim in. So I like having the option to be able to just be walking and then just aim in like that whenever I want to, rather than always sprinting.
And then you killed Crunk Fu 2. Nicely done. Ryan Keifer on Twitter, presumably, wondering, can you kill players by dropping a Titan? Yes.
I did that last game actually.
You absolutely can.
This guy was running at me, popped my Titan down and just landed right on me.
You can kill Titans by dropping Titans on it.
It's
You
really
can drop a
fun.
Titan on a Titan?
Yes.
That is awesome.
It's so good. All right.
I wonder how many Titans can drop on top of each other. Just if people are just dropping Titans. There's just like 10 on top of each other.
I want it, yeah, just like successive, like boom, 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 boom. Oh man, you know someone's gonna try to hook that. That's a video we should try to produce
for
here.
sure.
That would be really
I need to
good.
see that
funny
Titan on the
videos
bottom.
with that type of stuff.
That would be good. I would like to see that.
Infinite Titanfall.
I would click on it.
Parkour fail. All right, happens to the best of us.
Ooh, smart pistol lud. But yeah, whenever you get the drop on someone, whether it's smart pistol or any other weapon, it's not gonna go well for you.
That's my friend. Get in there, please.
All right, we've got Brett on a different map, a new map we haven't seen yet. A lot of this is like, I feel like it's like a Titan construction facility or something. I mean, there's a lot of like big interior corridors in this complex. There's like these huge launch
Yeah, shooting.
pads out here, killing a lot of grunts, throwing out those arc grenades. Nicely done. We'll watch that for a little bit. How much game time is in the campaign? Sekrock wonders. The campaign takes 9 matches, and figure a match is like 10 to 15 minutes. Probably 15 minutes is a little long.
Yeah.
It's about that. So that times 9, it's running you about an hour and a half to 2 hours of playing straight through. Yeah, there you go.
Is this the map you said where there were zip lines? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes, there are zip
That was
lines
pretty
here.
cool.
Yeah. So they're definitely located around the outside of this area. There's lots of zip lining opportunities, which, you know, you can actually, and you can go either way on zip lines. Like,
Yeah.
you don't always have to go down the
Right.
You can
incline.
go up a zip line.
Yeah, because you've got that little jump pack on your butt.
Oh, yeah.
You got rocket butt, so
Back
you
in
know
butt.
you are not beholden to gravity, except for when you fall down, and you kind of are beholden to gravity. Anyways,
Hashtag rock butt.
all right, folks, we got one more copy of Titanfall to give away during this stream. Who's gonna be the lucky winner? Tweet to @GameSpot using the hashtag GSTitanfall. It could be and then I'll
That got
promise
oddly
I'll.
scary there at the end.
Yeah, it got a little weird.
You're
Not
haunting
my
us.
best work. Be sure to be following GameSpot if you want to win, though, because we need to DM you the confirmation and get your information for the winning stuff.
Little zip lining right here.
Yeah, ziplining. Go,
That
chain
is
it together.
so rad.
Keep going.
Keep going? I'm going.
Keep it rolling.
Gotta find enemies.
There's another zipline here, too.
Is there?
Off to the right, just on the other side of the building. Although it
this
sounds
way?
like. Yep,
All right.
there it is.
Let's go.
Does every map have something kind of unique to it like that? Like this one has the...
So zip lines
lines?
appear in a bunch of places,
Okay.
but the maps do all feel very distinct from each other in terms of the kind of spaces they enclose, the kind of environments they're in. Like, you know, we're seeing some leafy jungle stuff here and
I
a lot
like
of
it. I
lot
love
of
it.
rocks. What else we got going here? Yeah, the map that Tyler's on is like some like evergreen trees and like
Foliage.
grassy and kind of dirty and foggy. We saw that. We see, yeah, there's a really nice diversity of it, and it was like you said earlier. It kind of feels like an intriguing world.
Yeah, it is a very cool looking world that I would like to explore. Hint, hint, DLC.
You want some, yeah, because it's. I mean, the intro of the story tells you these are, you know, humanity's colonies on planets far, far away, and yeah, it seems like there could be some stories to be told there, but Respawn Entertainment focusing on making sure all these different moving parts work together for the multiplayer action in this multiplayer-only game. Which,
And
yeah,
they seem to be doing a great job. This is very beautiful.
I agree. 9 out of 10, I rate this.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
That's really good.
It's better than very good.
Better than
excellent.
excellent.
We like, yeah. We have like little adjectives underneath our scores. They're like mediocre, good, great, excellent. And so excellent is the official adjective of the number 9 on GameSpot.com, I think. I should know that for sure. I think I do. Anyways, let's ask a question and distract from what I was just talking about. MReyes0487 wondering, do challenges give you experience along with burn cards? The answer is yes.
The end. Yes.
That's how you change it up.
All right, I'm following my
Wow,
teammates.
I am destroying you now.
Figure they're probably
You are on a
smarter than
rampage,
me.
sir. Plus 50 for you. And you're completing challenges. Yeah, and you know, like, so you might think, you know, you get more points for killing pilots. Why are you even bothering killing the specters and the grunts? One good reason to do that is because it cools down your Titan faster. It builds your Titan faster. Another good reason is those challenges. You get a bonus XP, and also a lot of guns have attachments tied to a number of grunts you killed, number of specters you killed to unlock a new sight or a suppressor or an extended magazine. There's not a ton of those kind of add-ons for weapons, but the ones that are there are can be pretty powerful for making those guns much better to use. I don't know why that Rodeo didn't work. Maybe because
I think it was melee.
Melee?
Yeah.
It was strange. Let's see. I always love it when you Rodeo a Titan that's in the middle of a fight with another Titan because they don't know what to do. Like, oh god, but do I get away from the Titan fight and then try to? No, you're just doomed. And then like a quick getaway. You're fine.
Sorry for another dumb question, but so you're
There's no dumb questions, Lisa.
I've asked a lot of them. I have.
All right, you're the expert.
So your timer for receiving your Titan from the heavens, that resets every time you die. Basically, you're trying to stay alive as long as you can.
It resets every time your Titan dies.
Oh, okay.
So if you
so you could die like 10 times and then your Titan is ready? If that's the length of time? Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's not tied to your death at all. So
Okay.
like, it will. You can decrease it faster by landing hits. Like you'll see little things pop up that say like minus a few seconds whenever you get a hit. With Brett right now, it'll say ready because his Titan is ready. There's no more cooling down.
Gotcha.
But let's say he calls down his Titan, sets it to auto, or dies before he can get in it, sets it to auto Titan. It will still exist on the map. He can respawn and come find it and crawl back into it.
It's not tied to you.
Yeah, it's not like linked to your brain.
This isn't Pacific Rim, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
No mind melding involved.
This is
Please.
This is a crazy gunfight right here.
Please.
Oh, we got it!
Let's go.
Nicely done. That was a lot of leaping
that was
around.
I don't
frantic.
think I've died yet.
That was really good.
Good stuff.
And yeah, you still got that burn card. You're using the amped carbine. You can see the little skull in the bottom right-hand corner indicating use of that burn card. Who are you yelling come on to, Trisha?
That dude. Can I get on there? Let me on, please.
Oh, you got Titan?
I jumped off though.
What? Oh, you wanted to
It was
ride
a friend.
someone's Titan?
Yeah, it was a friend's Titan.
Well, it's an auto Titan set to guard mode, so it's probably not.
Not gonna be fun
Oh,
to
off to the
ride.
right! Off to the right!
Ooh,
Take evasive action.
no way!
Let's see, what else we got? Do you reckon there'll be another Titanfall game after this in the future? Wonders its dynamic.
Oh, it's 13.
You mean
Good,
like a
interesting
sequel?
question.
Yes.
I feel like
so.
it's the kind of game that just needs, you could just keep giving it DLC, you know what I mean? Well, until it gets to the point where it can be even cooler with next gen technology, but.
Very well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think it's received like lots of critical acclaim, obviously on our site as well as a bunch of others. It's obviously hugely marketed as one of the like big exclusives. Not that it's exclusive to Xbox One, but relative to the PlayStation 4, this is a big sort of soldier in Microsoft's console battle against Sony. So I think that Titanfall 2 is probably, or some kind of sequel is probably likely. And but speaking of Titanfall, wait, that was a terrible segue. Coma wins the last copy. We've got Coma winning the last Titanfall copy for Xbox One. We've given away 10 of them today. Coma, you are the 10th winner. Congratulations. For all the rest of you who sent in questions and tweets, thank you so much for participating. We'll get you next time. We're always giving away stuff here on GameSpot, so be sure to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and come back and see us for all sorts of live stream stuff. Are we gonna get an evac here? We're gonna
Oh,
try
you
to.
jumped right in.
Yep, he jumped right in. You're rodeoing. Once you get into the evac ship, they're safe. So now it's just like, can you rodeo a Titan for a little bonus XP, and then we'll check out your end of game stats. Maybe we'll watch Trisha's match to
I'm out of here.
completion
I'm off
as
the map.
that
Wow,
is
look
pretty
at
good.
that.
No.
Out into the foliage.
15 and
No,
1.
friend.
Good game.
That was a
15
great
wild
game.
kills, 1
No.
death. Solid work, Brett.
That was a good one.
All right, Trisha, you're gonna have to bring us
32
out. I
minutes.
want you to.
Start punching me.
Oh, you got kicked. You got kicked real bad.
Oh man.
All right, Trisha, as you are finishing up this match right here, I'm gonna go to. Oh yeah, see, they were just meleeing each other. It's kind of fun things to do runs do.
It was a good time.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this question to Tyler and Brett. We touched on this a little bit during our beta conversation about Titanfall, but Matthew Horst is asking, do you think this game could be considered for MLG down the road? I want you guys to talk a little bit about the esports potential for Titanfall and the way that this could become a competitive title on that scene.
We've mentioned a couple things already as far as private match settings, being able to mess with timers, point values, and just sort of balancing with what is allowed, what isn't allowed, things like that. So we're gonna definitely need something like that. And then Brett brought it up last time we were here on a spectator system. So that's really huge in the competitive scene. At tournaments, you want to make it easy to watch and fun to watch for those people watching at home. So something like that, like we saw in Call of Duty, there was Codcaster, where basically it was easy to see who was on what team, all the players on the map, which arrows were who, things like that really make the game much more fun to watch at a competitive level. So things like that are definitely going to be needed if it's going to be considered to be a competitive title.
Yeah,
but
definitely. I mean, for sure, ranked matches for
That
playlists,
too.
I feel like that is a must. So then you can face higher skilled players, when you go in. And then also, there has to be some type of LAN update. So, I mean, I know Sundance tweeted that right now in its current state, Titanfall's not going to be on MLG. But, with updates, it definitely can be. It's a lot of potential.
I mean, as far as just the base gameplay goes, I would absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I feel like it would
exactly.
create some really, crazy matches with people of the highest caliber of gameplay. Playing like a CTF match, bouncing up and down the walls, juking each other out. Just the amount of strategy that could go into a game like this, along with like the grunts that would maybe, you need to coordinate a plan to take out grunts with your team or not take out the grunts and go for the objective. There's a lot of different levels of the gameplay itself that could be put into a competitive type of play that I would really like to see, but guess we'll have to find out.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll see, and we'll see if you guys decide to branch out. If
Well, yeah, I mean, currently, I would be branching out for sure. Because,
Definitely.
Halo is not as big as Call of Duty right now, so. But I forgot what I was going to say. to be
fair
honest.
enough, it happens to me frequently.
Well, it's also a game that is just really, really fun to watch. I feel like it has just enough of that
remember.
kind of tongue-in-cheek aspect that the audience can really get a kick out of, these Titan kills and the rodeos.
Just
and
constant
Was that a
Yeah.
kick? Was that a kick melee pun you just put in there?
Sure.
Lisa's really good at the puns. It's
natural.
Didn't remember
She's
from
natural.
before.
Yeah, I totally agree that it is a very entertaining, very sort of generating those moments of like, oh, did you just see that? Which is like makes it really great for a spectator scene. Brett, you were going to say
Well,
something
yeah,
real quick?
I remember what I was going to say. I really want to see an update for game types, pilot versus pilot mode, no Titans, and just see like if that would be even possible, because I feel like that is a must if you're talking about competitive play.
Some kind of smaller map,
Yeah,
but
like
super crazy three-dimensional maze
Yeah,
thing with
yeah.
like all sorts of hopping
I feel
around
like
and whatnot.
a lot of competitive players would really enjoy the pilot versus pilot game mode. I don't believe there is one right now.
No, there's definitely not.
with no Titans. But if they come out with that update, I really would like to see a game type like that.
Cool, that would be interesting to see. Trisha, you got a match or two in. How you feeling on Titanfall right now?
I'm feeling good. It's one of those games that just like gets your adrenaline going so much. At least it does for me, because you're like, yes, I'm in a mech. Like it's just everything's so exciting that like now I'm dead and I'm like, okay, calm down.
She did have to grab her towel a couple times. I did see that.
I did.
She did it really quickly and then put it down.
It was very
Can you
intense.
show folks a towel? I don't think they got a
Show
glimpse
the
of it earlier. Let's take a
Oh.
look at this thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Very intense, this game. It makes for sweaty hands. But no, I mean, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, as someone who normally does not gravitate towards shooters, this is a good time, and I will be playing this. I was laughing when you guys were talking about it becoming pro. I'm like, yeah, Lisa and I are going to practice up. We'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you there.
All right.
Circuit.
Okay.
Big news.
Calling us out. I see you.
We should just team.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll enlist you guys to be our coaches.
Our cheerleaders.
Just cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders, coaches.
I'll cheerlead too.
Go, Lisa.
Make me good at this. But like,
Can't cheerlead?
I mean,
This,
I'm down.
This is a game that I want to get better at. Like usually I'll take or leave it. with
All right,
shooters,
we'll
but
check
this
in
is
with you guys in 6 months once you've formed a pro team and
Team hand
have
towel.
really come together.
What would your
Misfit
team
crew.
name be?
What's the team name?
Yeah,
Team-
what will your
team
team
hand
name
towel.
be?
Oh.
Hand towel.
No, that's your team merchandise.
Oh yeah, with like our faces on
Got your
it.
team name on it. Yeah. Awesome. Trisha, Lisa, Tyler, Brett, thank you guys so much for coming by,
No
for
problem.
playing to the extent that you got to play, for
Yeah.
bearing with us for our for Xbox Live's live foibles. And thank you folks for watching, for tweeting, for chatting, sending in questions and participating. It's always a blast to host these things live here on GameSpot. I'm Chris Waters. Congratulations to all our winners. Hope you folks have some fun with these. We'll get them out to you as soon as we can. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Control transferring to pilot.